Hey everyone. So today's guest is a friend of mine. She works in public schools as a teacher, and so she has a lot more kind of knowledge in that kind of area. So hope you enjoy the conversation. Um, but yeah, I was gonna talk about the frickin' U.S. war with Iran. This is ridiculous, in my opinion. Like I think it's dumb as shit. Like war, like Trump ran on a anti-war like campaign stance. Like he's like, Harris is going to send your kids to war and all this other nonsense, blah, blah, blah. And, and he's the one that's doing all this invading. He's doing Venezuela. He's threatening Greenland, which is like an ally that we have military access to. He's starting a war in Iran, which I personally think has a lot to do with Israel and like blackmail through Israel, distraction from the Epstein files, and I don't know, I guess whatever other motivations he might have. And it's the most disappointing garbage thing. And the only thing that's pisses me off more than this dude doing this, I guess two things, is one, the bitch ass Republicans who are like, oh, this is fine. Like the ones in Congress, you know, they're
Hmm.
like, I support him. Like Lindsey Graham, throw Lindsey Graham in jail. Dude needs to go in jail or like an old folks home, and it can't be the White House. And And then, you know, misinformed MAGA followers that are like, yeah, no, he's got to have like some sort of grand plan or something like that. And it's like, he doesn't.
Like
He's,
ignoring all the other illegal shit he's done.
yeah, like,
That's like the fact that he didn't even have Congress's support going into this and literally undermined, I feel like all I feel like he undermined the UN, he undermined Congress, he undermined the world by simply like him and Israel going in and doing this. That's what pisses I mean a lot of this pisses me off. The fact that supposedly I don't know, haven't looked up the news today, but the girls' school, like
oh,
bombing a girls'
yeah,
school,
Israel bombed the girls' school.
like that,
Yeah.
like
Well, they've been
the fact
doing
that
that
we're
in Gaza this whole time. The whole time that they've been in Gaza, everyone's like, oh, the war in Gaza. It's not a war, it's an invasion.
it's
It's a genocide and it's an invasion.
yeah.
And they've been they're like these religious fanatics over there. Their politics are, at least, like their
Mhm.
political leaders are. And they've been pushing the letter in Gaza, in my opinion, over and over and over and over again. They're like, oh, what can we get away with? And everyone just stood around. And then like the freaking US supported them.
Mhm.
And then when it's bad when people have to go like, oh well, what is a genocide? What even is it? It's like, are you fucking kidding me? You don't know what it is? Like, oh, they're not really. Like, how many articles can you point to and be like, oh, that's fake news. That's fake. It's like Trump is such a loser because anything that comes out bad, regardless of the article, like the news outlet, if it's bad, it's fake news.
Yeah.
If it's good, wow, you do just the most amazing journalistic discipline and you're the best.
Yeah.
And I'm like, for these MAGA followers, like how do they just how are they so easily fooled? Like how is that possible? Just it's really frustrating.
No, it's very frustrating. It's just I don't that's something my friend and I were trying to figure out today because she was saying that some people in her family are MAGA followers, and she's like, "It's just we don't even know, like, how it's a cult mindset." Like, that's the only thing I can,
Yeah, it is
like
very well, he's a con man. Trump's very
yeah,
charismatic. He's
yeah,
like, this is the crap that the Democratic Party doesn't want to admit, is like he's smart. He's very charismatic.
mm,
He's very well connected. Um, and he is experienced in this now.
yeah,
Trump 1.0, he wasn't,
yeah,
and he got tied up in red tape. And I think he had a different motivation. I know he had some of the same inkling, like what is it called when you're like you want to do something but you can't? Um,
uh, it's not motivate
like he
I have
had.
it, hold on, it's in there. You screwed me up with motivation.
There's no time.
I'll think of it at some point in the
Well,
middle of
he
the
had
night, and
he
I'll
had the
text you.
same, like, not inklings, but like he wanted to use the military. He was always like, what are our military options in Trump 1.0, his first administration.
Yeah.
And he's the same way in his second one. But in his first one, I think he really did have an idea of um, trying to help the American people, kind of. I mean, more so than this one. This one, maybe it's I'm
Yeah,
just paying attention more, and he was just as bad in Trump 1.0. Maybe that could be it. But I had I had paid attention somewhat in his first administration, and I felt like he wasn't so bad as compared to this one. This one is just like everything he's doing is just like
it felt
extremely one sided for himself.
yeah, like, it felt like he was in the first one truly trying to get our economy in order. Like, he was like, he's a
Yeah.
businessman, he's a financial man, like, first. And so
Yeah.
I feel
He
like
was still
he
passing stuff like the jobs tax and whatever act. The thing that the one big beautiful bill that it
Mhm,
built off of, he still passed that in his first administration.
yeah,
Which is really beneficial for like multi-billion-dollar companies and stuff like that and billionaires.
yeah,
So he still did stuff like that, but I think he really was more inclined
to
towards
help.
like a balance of helping
Yeah,
regular Americans. And in
as
this
well
one,
as
it's
his
just like
wealthy friends.
right,
This
as
one,
well as his
it's
wealthy friends.
my friend, like, equated it to him being like a child with a magnifying glass. Like, that's what it feels like. He's just like, doesn't give a shit who he's hurting. Like, he's just having fun. Like, this is what I want. I'm gonna get it by doing this. And that's what it feels like is happening right now. It's
I
like
have
that's
the
what this Iran thing, when I woke up to it yesterday morning, it was like it's just a child throwing a fit. The negotiations didn't go my way. I'm tired of waiting. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want now. Like, that's what it feels like to me.
yeah. No, I can see that. Like I have this idea too that he's like a bit on a back heel because of all the stuff with the Epstein files and how implicated he is, and like all the stuff with Israel. And he's like, I'm going to get into office and day one, I'm going to lower grocery prices, and I'm going to solve all the wars in Europe. I'm going to solve the one in the Middle East with Israel, and I'm going to solve the one with Ukraine.
Yeah.
And I think that was really good rhetoric to latch onto. But obviously, and then obviously when you hear something like that, you're like, oh, well, he's exaggerating, but he's gonna get it done, and he didn't. He fucking floundered on all of it because he's
He
trash.
I was gonna
Trump is
say all
trash.
nothing that he said. Like, the grocery prices are through the roof. Like, I am
Oh, I
so
know.
excited if I can leave for
There's
less than
literally people
100.
that are just
Like,
like, grocery prices are cheaper now, and I'm like, how are they cheaper? And they're
who
like,
is
but they just
saying
really
that?
feel cheaper. They feel cheaper. And I was like, you're the party that doesn't give a crap about feelings, so I don't give a shit about your feelings. What are you talking about? They feel cheaper. They're not. They're
Like,
not
show me
cheaper.
the evidence. Like, show me your
But they don't.
receipt. Like, they're
A
not.
lot of like, I stopped making TikToks because it got bought out.
Mhm,
Which sounds kind of ironic, but like China was using all this data that it collected from TikTok and everything, right?
yeah,
Well, then when it got a forced sale in America, the owners of it now just juiced it. Like, so like you're on steroids now. And the owner, I can't remember his name. I could look it up here real quick. He is like a super pro Israel. And I'm just thinking, like, with all this AI stuff going around and all this, like, I don't like it. So I just stopped. I was just like, I don't want my data sold to Israel so they can make an app with a drone to come try and snuff me out or something like that, or whatever it
mhm.
might be. That's just my paranoia. But yeah, it's I don't know. Sorry, I got on a tangent there.
It was okay.
It's just like I just I don't
Just
like it.
all the corruption,
There's just
literally
so
all
much
the
crap going
there's
on.
so much corruption that we don't even know where to begin. It
Oh, I
feels like,
remember. Yeah. It was I was making TikTok videos about this kind of stuff, and I would have like people in my comments like economy's better than ever. And I learned how to put polls in my TikTok videos where it's like I would literally ask like, is the economy better today than 1 year from now or a year ago? And a lot of people were like, it might have been the algorithm that got kind of put into, surrounded by other people that want to agree. But for the most part, I would get like 70-80% of the respondents would say, no, it's worse. And then the rest would say it's better. And I'm just thinking to myself, like, how much of that is the algorithm that it gave me,
mhm,
or put me towards them?
Yeah.
for they're like, oh, I like this guy, I'm agree with him, echo chamber kind of stuff, and how much of it is just true, where it's just
Yeah.
like, hey, this just got thrown out there, which is kind of the good thing about being like a smaller platform and stuff like that
Because the
is
algorithm doesn't mess with you as much.
yeah, it's trying to
Yeah.
figure you out, but also no one listens to you either. Like I'll post stuff up and it'll be like 0 views, and I'm like, that's weird because my video yesterday got like 1,500, and I just
That's
happened to say things in my new video that
that maybe the algorithm doesn't like.
the algorithm doesn't like it. The computers, the robots don't like it. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, dumb. Also, AI's we're just going to cover all the topics in a single episode, and then it's
And
going to
then
be
that's
called
it.
good.
We're done.
Yeah, that's it. I hope the chat enjoys this one. It's over after this. No, AI is a joke too. Whatever. So, did I send you that article about the data usage for Virginia? The Google data center. They're building a
No,
large data center there. Oh, send
no.
it to you. So they FOIA Act, FOIA request, sorry, Freedom of Information Act request. They asked these people who are suing the city. I can't remember. I think it's called Roanoke, Virginia.
Yeah, that's
Um,
where Virginia company was, I want to say,
yeah, like that was like one of the
Pocahontas.
lost colonies, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
The Roanoke, like lost. I mean, it just got overrun. I would just
Yeah.
assume that they all just got like wiped out, and then the ones that we know
Yeah, it
today
was
are the
like
ones that,
deserted when they came back, like when the second round or third round. Anyway, yeah.
yeah, isn't that
Pocahontas was one of my favorite movies.
is that
Moving
the
on.
Pocahontas one?
Yes. Or near there. Don't
Ah,
quote me.
whatever.
But yeah,
It's too late. It's on the
I know.
interwebs.
Unquote me.
um. Anyways, they asked for a release of information act on the water usage, on the estimated water usage for that data center being built there by Google. Um, and it's a large. They go like small, medium, large, and then like hyperscale, like is how they
Hmm.
measured. Or at least the last article I read, that's how they measure them. And the Google fought the release of it, citing um proprietary information. Like it's
Mm.
proprietary. Like it's important to the success and edge of our business success that this be quiet. And it's like, are you kidding me? Like how much how much square footage is your building? That's proprietary. We can't tell you how big we're gonna build it. It's key on the other data centers not getting an edge on us. It's so ridiculous. So it's 2 million gallons per day um at startup. And then once they're like fully functioning and everything's built and they're running, like um normal operations, it's supposed to be upwards of like 8 million gallons per day,
So
which
why
is
is that? I knew this because one of the ladies that I work with, she's like adamantly like opposed to AI. And
good.
she quoted environmental concerns. And I was like, well, what is environmental about AI? And then she explained this because one of her friends works at a water plant. There was a whole thing.
Yeah.
And that's what I learned that. But why is it? I know we're getting way off topic, but why
The
does AI
topic's
use
whatever we want it to be.
why does AI use water?
For cooling. Also, I'll add this is within topic because Trump wanted to deregulate all AI
Okay.
and make America the hub of AI to the world. So this is totally within scope.
Okay. Okay.
But it's cooling. The big thing is cooling and energy generation. So um there's different ways to cool these data center, like the servers and stuff.
Hmm.
And I've heard of different ones. I've heard of like evaporation style. I've heard of closed cooling unit styles. There are some that use way less water than others, and but they are more expensive. And a lot of people just assume these companies will use those less water intensive methods. And I asked them, why would they do that? Like if it
They
costs
don't
them
want to pay
more,
their freaking people. They don't want to
yeah,
pay their
they
people
don't even want to
appropriately.
pay
Like,
people right, and they're like,
but yes,
they're
they're
good
gonna
people.
save the water. Like,
Yeah, yeah, like it's ridiculous. So
God, it's so fun.
it's
Sorry.
cooling. No, you're fine. It's cooling and it's energy generation, because the vast majority of like different um like a lot of people talk about nuclear and like, well, the nuclear power will There's like nuclear power uses a ton of water. Like those cone stacks,
Hmm.
that all that is like water evaporation.
Yeah.
Um and so there's water usage in the energy generation, there's water usage in the cooling method. There's like a public sentiment, probably because of the propaganda and the PR that uh like Sam Altman and Elon Musk and Google and stuff have been doing, that make people have this like general idea that, oh well, these are good companies. These are like, why are they good? Like what? Oh well, I use their products every day. Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's
That
fucked.
same reason why we have all these Chromebooks and stuff in our school systems for our kids, because then they're gonna grow up and be like, oh, this is a good company, you know.
I don't even get me started on
But yeah, so it's
Chromebooks.
it's cooling, and the cheapest method is more water intensive. So they don't have an incentive to go towards the more expensive method that would save more water because it'll cost them more. They actually have a
Hmm.
disincentive to do that because they're like, well, that's going to cost us money.
Yeah.
And so then you could come around like as a government or a governing body and be like, oh, well, if you do this less water intensive thing, we'll like write it off for you, or we'll give you a tax deduction because, you know, these multi-billion-dollar companies, they can't afford to build these buildings they want to build. Okay. So we have to pay for them in some way or shape, you know. We have to allow them to build these and then make billions of dollars. Like COVID, you know, the vaccine, and they fast tracked it and they used taxpayer money, and then they made record profits for like
Hmm.
4 years in a row. And I
Yeah.
don't remember getting a COVID reimbursement check for my tax dollars.
For
I
what
didn't
we
get one.
contributed to. Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't. You didn't get yours either. Oh.
Sarcasm. I also won't be getting my tariff freaking reimbursement check. That's fucking dumb. Also, too, tariffs, real side note here. Uh, the cost incurred on tariffs is passed down to like consumer, like,
Hmm.
but the process to get a refund for the company that had to pay the tariffs like at the border for when they shipped, like when they imported things,
Hmm.
those companies can submit paperwork to get reimbursed for the cost of those tariffs.
Even though we're paying the
But
cost,
yeah, they pass the cost of it down to us.
so they're just keeping all of that.
Yeah, it's super effed up.
It's great.
Like, yeah, it's the
it's,
fucking best.
it's
Like,
wonderful.
people just don't get shit. And then also too, like if you didn't know, like Canada is like re-establishing relations with China and other countries for trade, because like we're its biggest trade partner, and there's ours. Like because of like, it's not called NAFTA anymore. It's called something else. Trump changed the name to something else. Some great glorious name.
Great
And
glorious Trump name.
yeah, it's very long. I can't remember. It starts with like a U, I want to say. But and I will not look it up. I'm just gonna go off of my brain. But yeah, it's ridiculous. So, anyways, the data center water usage, 8 million gallons. This city was planning on getting a new um water source by 2050 or 2060. You know, like it's kind of like a bracket.
Hmm.
And because of this data center and that information, apparently, like the water authority for that county didn't know this either, even though they're the ones that manage the water. They're like, "Whoa, we're gonna have to like get a new water source by 2030," and this building's supposed to be stood up within the year or like 2027. So then they need a new water source by 2030. They got like 3 years to do a 10-year project because it takes time to you got to like do exploratory wells, and you got to test the water and the
Yeah.
soil, and you don't want them too close to each other because a well will create a cone of depression within the aquifer,
Hmm.
and it's a whole thing. And I'm just like, these companies don't give a crap about anybody but
No.
themselves. Like
Yeah.
even like the good ones that are monopolies, because Google's a monopoly.
Hmm.
Like they don't care. They want to create AI, and then they want to sell it to the highest bidder, which is probably going to be the government,
Hmm.
because it's not going to produce general AI. It's not going to produce these amazing. There's going to be niche uses for it, niche
Hmm.
case use for it, and then it's going to be, you know, the government, and it's going to be a surveillance state. It's going to be used for war, and it's going to be used for surveillance.
Yeah.
Like I guarantee, it's like, oh, check it out, we got facial recognition now, and even freaking those Bing Bling, Bing, or Blink door cameras, the Ring door
Ring.
cameras,
Yeah.
they have like AI software updates on them now so that they can facial recognize things now and stuff too. And
Oh,
these, yeah, like,
we have one of those.
oh,
Sorry.
you're feeding the machine.
We
No,
didn't we didn't know.
no, nobody knew. Like they collect your data like crazy. Like they also create a lo-fi network or something like that back in 2022 or 20, yeah, it was like 2022. They're like, oh, it also does this lo-fi network and talks to each other. Like so Ring cameras will cast like a really like think Wi-Fi but not as powerful. It's just Internet of Things kind of stuff to
Hmm.
connect.
Yeah.
And like they didn't disclose it to any, like it really just kind of, from my last research, it kind of just got swept under the rug and like nobody cared about it, I guess. And I was just like, whatever, like like, nobody cares about any of this ever. Like there's so
Which
much happening. The American people are like assaulted by corporate capture of the government on so many angles that they can't keep up. You know,
yeah.
how do you? Like, it's just insane.
Yeah.
Like people just feel helpless.
Well, it's just become like a way of life. Like I don't know if this is like along the same lines, but I know that like Google's listening to us because when I'm on Facebook and I like was literally just talking about something 2 minutes ago with somebody and then an
Mm-hmm.
ad pops up for it, I'm like, that's weird because not I've never searched it on my phone. And like
Yeah.
having it Alexa in the house, like we never wanted one. We're like the government's watching us through it. Like we don't want an Alexa. We got one for a wedding present. We use it all the time.
Throw it away. Throw
We
it away.
know that it's happening.
Throw it away. Oh
I
my god.
know.
Throw it away.
I did throw it away one time. John got mad at me.
Buy a fake one or just hollow it out. Just take all the innards out and throw those away and then just put it there. And he's like, it's not working. I was like, that's weird.
That's
It's
so
working this
odd.
morning.
But
Just leave it. It'll fix itself. You just leave it alone.
we don't need one. But they listen to everything we do, and we
Yeah,
know
they
this.
do.
Like our
Yeah.
phones, but we all as Americans continue to use it. Like we become so
I get it with the
in.
phones because it's much harder to like detangle yourself from a
Yeah,
phone and the convenience there.
yeah,
Um, and that's why I think like if there was ever a company that's just like we just make phones, like we don't put it software in it to listen to, like they're just phones
yeah,
and they're smartphones. So you can still play your games, you can still do stuff,
yeah,
but we don't do anything outside of that.
yeah,
If there was a company that made that, like I think they would be super super rich because I think our generation, and I feel like my kids and beyond, they are moving away from this tech everything kind of
yeah,
mentality. I
yeah.
see it with the way they talk, and when it's just like, yeah, they don't like, to us it was like an upgrade from like
Hmm.
physical media to digital media, and we're like, oh, that's so convenient and cool. And for them, they're kind of like, I'd rather have the physical thing. Like,
Well, yeah, they're tech natives is what we call them in school. Like, so they were like born with it. Like they don't know a
they were
world
born
without
with
it.
technology.
They were.
Not
They don't
us.
know a
We have
world
no
without.
technology.
Well,
All of it new.
we got all the new stuff. I want to say computers started happening when we were what, maybe 11, 12. Like home
Hmm.
computers were like not just for home businesses, but like home
Yeah.
computers were becoming a thing.
Hmm.
And then the first iPhone came out when we were in high school. Like,
Did it? Yeah. No. I
how old are
just hit, it
you?
was
Gotta be my age.
2000. What? I'm 36. Are
Yeah,
you?
37.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember like the Snapdragon or something like that came out, smartphone, in 2000, like 9, 2010. No,
But
2008, 2009.
when did Apple first release the first? I was in
I'll just
college.
Google it.
I feel
I'll
like
just
everyone
Google
knows.
it. It's fine. I'll Google it.
I don't do everything.
When did Apple first come out with the iPhone? 2007. So
Okay, so I was in high school.
I was right. I'm just kidding. Yeah, you were right.
I was right. It's on me.
Oh man, Apple. It's fun. It's cool. It's the best. I'll just leave this open. Don't listen to me, Google. It's freaking. You know, the other thing that I know that is kind of like a tell about how crappy AI is. They're just trying. One, they're trying. They're still data harvesting like never before.
Yeah.
But it's in everything. They're pushing all these AI suites and like everything on everyone. Oh,
Hmm.
here's Gemini. Here's this. Here's that.
Hmm.
And it's just like, I don't even want it. Go away.
Yeah.
Like, here's Copilot. It's here for you. And it's like, I don't want to get
I didn't
out.
ask for it to be here for
Yeah.
me. Like I'm fine without it.
Yeah. To me, that tells me they're like, they have their core business that generates enough revenue to be profitable. Um, and then they can afford to float this
Hmm.
until something catches.
Yeah.
And stuff like Anthropic and Palantir are my bigger fears. It's the same with Google and Gemini. Like they're just they're so big and they're so invasive and they people I get it. Like when your economy is so bad and you're like, I'm gonna study as hard as I can and be a software engineer, I'm gonna get in Google. And like if I don't get with Google, I'm gonna get like somewhere up there.
Yeah.
You know, and they're very smart people. They when you're really young, it's hard to have in my opinion, it's hard to have it like established morals and values.
Hmm.
You know, it's just like you're too
Well,
young to know, you know?
also they maybe have this idea that they propose or they think that they're a part of something good and they don't see a bigger outcome.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
that's very
that's
true.
like so
Like
they're just like not seeing. Have you seen Meet the Robinsons?
I have, but it was a long time ago. I think I
Okay.
saw it like when it came out or something.
Oh, such a good movie. Bowler Hat. How the bowler hat Dory like takes over the world. Like the the little kid who thinks that he was like gypped somehow from being adopted, he ends up like partnering with this bowler hat, which is super smart. It's like a help all thing. And then this
What's a
bowler hat,
bowler hat?
it's like one of those round black hats with the like the brim.
Oh,
They call
like
him
Odd
bowler hat.
Job
Maybe. I don't
from
know. They call him
007.
bowler.
It's straight. I'm gonna look it up. I got
Uh,
Google right here.
but if you look up bowler hat guy, Meet the Robinsons, they'll show you. But
Yeah.
she ends up
Okay.
taking over, like, she ends up using bowler hat guy, which is this poor sad kid who never got adopted, to like
Hmm.
take over the world. And then she ended up, her and all the other bowler hats, the helper hats, ended up taking over the world. And that's how I picture AI is what's happening. Is
Yeah. Man, what is that
it's like
called? Meet the Robinsons?
you should watch it. It's a good movie.
Maybe I haven't seen it.
It's a real tearjerker. I cry every time at the end,
Is it
but it's a happy ending.
animated?
Uh
Is it
huh.
the Disney one?
Yeah.
I have not seen that one. Never mind.
It's so
Never mind.
good. You should watch it.
I'll probably watch it. I'll check it out.
Hey, Zion.
I'll check it out.
Bye,
Yeah.
bye, bud. Yeah,
Um.
it's a good one. But that's how I picture AI. It's like we don't see it taking over, but it is like slowly taking over jobs. It's like I
Oh,
don't know.
yeah. It's. I mean, it's definitely like having a negative impact on the economy on the side of like the workforce, and a
Hmm.
positive impact on the economy on the side of like capital owners
Yeah,
because they're like, hey, I can get the same amount done with less labor,
yeah,
and so therefore I have less variable costs, and I can just operate on my fixed costs and blah blah
yeah.
blah. I don't know if it's what I think it can do. I think it's has the potential to ruin an economy if it is not properly integrated into the economy.
Yeah.
Not just on what kind of economy it is, but also on the culture of the people in that economy. So, like, China has a very different culture and view towards like rights and freedoms than America
Hmm.
does.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, AI fits better with their culture.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we already do that. It's fine. The government's on our side. We'll rise up if they don't. Like, and in America, it's like the culture's like, what are you doing? Don't tread on me. Get off of here. Go away. There's so much like, even if the government was trying to like legitimately be like a good actor in this, there would be
Hmm.
so much like distrust
Yeah.
because of presidents that we got now, where they'll just straight up lie, and then people will just be like, "Yeah, I woke up this morning, hit myself in the head with a hammer, so I could not think like you," and I believe them. I believe Trump. That's what I do. It's ridiculous to me. But yeah, we don't have the kind of culture that meshes well, in my opinion, with AI. Like you need more of a forgiving culture, accepting kind of like a culture that's more like gullible in a way, but not because like we're pretty damn gullible.
I was
Like
gonna
there's a
say,
lot of like they have to trust the government. They have to
a
like
trusting
legitimately
culture.
trust it. Yeah,
Yeah,
trusting culture. Yeah,
yeah.
Americans aren't trusting, I think, very well or very much relative to China maybe. So or the Chinese. Anyways, I don't know. It's ridiculous. And in that data center, like running at 8 million gallons a day and then having to essentially like it made it sound like it's going to drain the aquifer like it's going to pull and siphon from the aquifer faster than it can recharge or whatever the water source is. And I'm basing off aquifer because it's typically our fresh water comes from groundwater.
Hmm.
That's the main source.
Why does it have to be freshwater?
Cleaning up salt water is like super expensive and energy intense. Um, did you ever listen to that book, Abundance by Ezra Klein?
No.
It's super annoying. It's like, God, it makes me angry to listen to it. He's like, starts off with this, like, imagine this world. And then he just goes on and starts talking about a world. He's like, we could live in this world. We have the technology. And he goes on about like wind turbines, solar panels, and desalination plants producing so much fresh water. And I was like, you fucking idiot. Like, tell me you don't know anything about desalination without telling me you don't know anything about desalination. You know, I know it sounds really long worded and nerdy, but
Wait,
the
are we
amount,
talking about Ezra Klein, the poet?
no,
Okay.
he's a New York Times
Oh,
um
that dude, writer.
writer
Yep.
guy.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway,
He's got his
sorry.
own podcast. I don't he's got good points here and there, but like I hate the tone of voice he takes with things. He's so I'm better than you kind of pitch in his voice. I'm just like, why do you gotta sound this way? Like it's terrible. Um, but he wrote this book Abundance. I wouldn't recommend listening or reading it unless you're just like he's got good points. It's just hard listening to him. Don't you know what? Don't listen to it. Just buy the book and read it. That way you don't have to hear him because
His
he
voice. Yeah.
narrates his own book. Maybe that's where I went wrong with it because it's just his voice.
Yeah.
Um, and there's some really good points that he makes in it, but there's also like completely missed the mark. And he's talking about salination plants and like the membranes to desalinate. You know, they don't last forever. You got to change them out. So there's a cost in manufacturing and material use there. Um, you have to clean the water before you use reverse osmosis as well. Um, which is what a desalination plant is. It's reverse osmosis.
Yeah.
So you can't just pump ocean or seawater into the desalination plant. You have to filter and screen it first because it's
Okay.
got all sorts of stuff in it, like little
Yeah.
bugs, little fish, and critters and algae. And then once that's like pre-treated and it can go into the RO system, if I remember right, it also has to go through charcoal, I believe. I can't remember for sure, or if that was just for chlorination from well waters and city water. But anyways, um, and then it creates a wastewater too. So like, um, what do you do with the wastewater?
Oh, because
The
it's all like
cheapest way
yuck.
is to just dump
Dump
it
it.
into the ocean.
Yeah.
And the wastewater is just super concentrated salt water.
Yeah.
And people are like, it's fine. It'll disseminate within the ocean. It's like, yes, it will. But in the
But
course of doing so, it will drag along the bottom of the ocean floor and murder the shit out of everything that's just like,
yep.
oh, I'm a sea anemone. I don't move. And it's like, you die now because this blob of salt is just sitting here and you
Just
can't
going.
function in
Yeah.
that. Yeah. And it just cooks it. So yeah, I mean, and then also too, it's energy intensive. So you got to have all this energy to create this fresh
Yeah.
water. When
Okay.
instead, the much less expensive option would to change our water rights and water laws to fit real demand, real consumption, real supply, and then control that. Like, don't grow water intensive crops in a desert area. We
Yeah.
do that. Like I think
Yeah.
California has like freaking cashew plants, like
Yeah.
farms.
Yeah.
They're super water. Well, why? Why? Put them over where cashews grow. Natively, cashews grow in like Thailand, you know,
Yeah.
where there's freaking monsoons and like tons of water and like it's humid and they're like, we'll grow it here
Well, even
because
the
I said,
Midwest would be better. You guys get way more rain than we
yeah,
get.
there's just incrementally a lot better locations for this.
Yeah.
And like California has a jacked up like two different law system for water usage. It's super broken. And it's it's enforced by like the people who have those water laws are A, super wealthy, and B, pretty old. And that's like you have a two system thing over there where um they will they hold on to those old water rights and they're able to just
Hmm.
like perpetuate them through like a trust or just through the this is the company's
Yeah.
water rights and
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. So yeah, they these data centers are resource intensive and the players behind them have the money to get the resources because money is a claim on resources if you will, and the more money you have the more claim you have. You don't have to have it on this specific resource, but you can buy these resources because you have so much money. And so these companies are going to build these things, they're going to drain the nearby resources, and then they're going to contract out to peripheral resources and get them and pay to get them transferred over if it's worth the cost. So let's say Google wins the AI race and is contracted through the government and it pays to keep their AI data centers fed without interruption. If the local power source is giving blackouts and brownouts, the way our grid's connected, it's super crazy. I'm still learning about how our grid is um managed with these different
Hmm.
like quasi private public entities that determine where power goes. I wouldn't be surprised if they could draft a contract to say like, hey, for the next 5-10 years you're guaranteed to give us power at this rate, and we'll pay more than the homeowners because the homeowners are poor. We're billionaires, we can afford it, and it's just a continuation of assets and wealth to the top and the haves versus the have nots in my
Hmm.
mind. Like, I don't even think we'd ever get to the point where AI would like completely erase human labor
I,
because, huh?
no, I agree. I think there's things that AI cannot do.
Yeah, there are things that AI cannot do. And I do know that there are people with the incentive to change the way we do it to fit.
Yeah.
I'll reach out to you.
Okay.
All right, cool. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. I'll talk, or I don't know.
All right,
Nice.
see ya.
Bye.
Bye.